Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Emma. So today I'm going to be going over my TBR for the Orilium Autumn Equinox readathon. But first let's talk about Spring Equinox really quick. I did not pass. I didn't do so great in my regular spring semester either. Girly was struggling a little bit, but it's fine. G is very cool and has said that if someone found out about the readathon now and wanted to join it but didn't want to do all the background reading, then they didn't have to. And so I'm taking that as even though I failed hardcore last semester, I'm still studying to be a demonologist, okay? That was my whole spiel of don't be mad at me, I guess. So let's start off with the requirements for the autumn equinox for becoming a demonologist. So I need an O in elemental studies, a Q in spells and incantations, O in conjuration, and D in demonology. So altogether that's 7 books. For O in elemental studies, I need to start a book with a drink. So this is kind of like a freebie. And so I just chose Happiness as Such by Natalia Ginzburg. I very recently read The Dry Heart by her, and I liked it. The son flees Italy to go to England to escape the dangers of his radical political ties. And so a lot of this novel is in letters to each other. And then some of it I think is just general narration. Yeah, I don't know, it's on the shorter side. I've had it for a while and I want to read it, so that's kind of this one. It also has a really cool cover. I don't know, I just really appreciate it. Next subject is spells and incantations. So first is O. So match a book to a random color. So I did a random color generator thing online, and I got daffodil yellow, which I thought was kind of great because daffodils are my favorite flower. So that made me really happy. And so for that one, I chose Paul Takes Form of a Mortal Girl by Andrea Lawlor. I just talked about it in my recent haul. Go check that out if you'd like to see it. If not, that's chill. But in this book, he is a shapeshifter, and he's a bartender at the only gay bar in his town. It's a coming-of-age story. It's set in 1993, and it's talking about music and just people and the AIDS epidemic and all of that. And it just seems like a really, really interesting story, and I think I'm really gonna enjoy it. So, yeah. And so for Q of spells and incantations, it's take a book from someone else's TBR. So one of the people I'm friends with, their name is Charlotte, and I chose The Fall by Albert Camus from their TBR list. I read The Stranger by him for a presentation I did in French class. And so it was a book. It was weird. Wasn't my favorite, not gonna lie. So I'm excited to read The Fall and see how I like this one. Also when I'm not reading it in the night before my presentation, like I did with The Stranger. So yeah, I don't actually know what this one is about, but I kind of don't want to know. The Fall, I'm guessing it has something to do with a fall in society, or moral compass kind of thing. That seems like Albert Camus' kind of vibe. I don't want to know much else about it before I read it. The next subject is conjuration, and I need an O in that, and for that it's book with necromancy themes. And so on the Magical Readathon Twitter, G said that it would also just work with themes of the undead and stuff like that, and I thought it was talking about actual necromancy, you know? And I was like, I don't know if I have any books like that. So for this one, I chose Blue Lily, Lily Blue by Maggie Steifvater. This is the 3rd book of the Raven Cycle. I've read the first 2 books, but I still have to finish the series, and I figured this is a perfect time because I've been wanting to get back into this series so bad. So I figured this was perfect because there are for sure themes of the undead. Blue, the main girl, can... Wait, can she see the undead? Or she makes other people's powers stronger, but all of her family, like all the women in her family, are psychics, and they talk to the undead and ghosts. And then there's also, I think that's spoilers. I don't know. Yeah, so there's undead stuff in here. And for the final subject, demonology, O is to read a fantasy novel, which I have plenty of. But for this one, I chose What Big Teeth by Rose Szabo. This is like a fantasy horror kind of book. It follows Eleanor Zarin, and she's been estranged from her wild, bloodthirsty family for years, and she leaves boarding school after a horrifying incident. And she goes to the only place she thinks is safe, home, which she left behind. But when she gets there, she struggles to fit in with her family, who's monstrous. I love the cover of this book, like, so much. I really do love it. Anyway, next up, Q is to do a random number generator. I chose like 10 books from a stack, just because I have a lot of unread books and doing a number generator for that would be difficult. But I did a random number generator and I landed on number 4, and that was Dial A for Aunties by Jessie Q. Sutanto. It's been on my TBR for a while now, and I've been wanting to read it like since before I got it, and so it's about damn time. Finally, D in Demonology, At Risk of Being Unhauled. Now this was difficult because I'd recently gotten rid of some books, and so I was really trying to think of it, but then I remembered this book, Turbulence by David Szalay. It was a really interesting premise, and I got it while I was in Chicago at St. Myers bookstore, apparently. So it's like one airport to another, like the airport codes, and it kind of just keeps like going in a train of people that are related, if only by the flight that they were both on. And it's also super short, so great for a readathon like this. But yeah, I was just kind of like, I remember reading it, and there was some scene that happened that at the time I did not appreciate. It had something to do with a dead body, and it was just, I was not vibing with it, so I stopped reading it. And I kind of haven't wanted to go back to it since, but I think I should be able to. If not, I will DNF it if it's too much, because as much as it's great to finish a book and have fun with that, it's more important to take care of yourself and what you think or know that you can or cannot handle. These are the books that I will be reading for the Orilium readathon. Lots of like sagey green blues and bright yellows. I'm really excited to read these and to redeem myself after last semester. My fall semester for my actual university doesn't start until the 29th, so I have basically the entirety of August to read the hell out of these books. Dude, I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys can hear my roommate's music, but it's a vibe. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a like and comment down below if you've read any of these. Just no spoilers, please. And has that always rhymed? Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video.